Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Airlinesim. I actually wanted to wait a bit more before posting another video, but I decided to show it to you now because there's a couple of things that I can demonstrate here, and I won't be able to demonstrate them next week. So, what am I talking about? Well, the C-Series experiment was a bit of a bummer. As you can see here, we're gonna terminate the leasing contract this Monday, and we're gonna get about 1.74 million back, which is decent. The airplane served us well on the route to Moscow and actually made a decent profit. I'm gonna show it to you on the flights that took place today. We earned about 3.8 thousand on the way there, and we earned about almost 7,000 on the way back. So that was pretty good. But no matter what I do, I cannot make Dubai profitable. Wait, is this? No, I'm showing the wrong flights. So it's this one and the one under here and here. We had earned about 3.2 thousand on the flight there, and we earned about wait, actually no, this is okay, we earned about 14,000 in the tickets on the way there and back. Oh, come on, it's so confusing, these cancelled flights. Oh yeah, we made more on the way there than we did on the way back. So around 14.6 thousand on the way there, and 5.4 thousand on the way back. It doesn't seem so bad here, but that's because the actual flight never took place. The reason, the actual direct costs connected with the actual flight would make this one around minus 7,000 and this one about minus 20. So if I let that fly, that would be just a terrible strain on our budget. We're gonna return to Dubai one day, but not now. We just don't have enough connections. You can see that almost all of these people were connecting. Yeah, from our flight 6 and from external 47. So that's the 53 that we had. And for the return flight, again, these are all connecting. So there really was no demand from Warsaw directly to Dubai. So we really need to just widen the net before we try this again. So I'm returning the airplane, and instead I got a couple more. I got, I don't know if I got these last week or if I got them. I know that I got these today, but I'm not sure if I showed you these. I probably think I did because they're flying to Paris and Bordeaux. So those are airplanes that I showed you. But if I haven't, I'm just gonna run through it. You can definitely I showed you these ones. So these are all in the green: Bordeaux, Belgrade, Pisa. So these are all good flights. And this one is St. Petersburg, doing great. Prague, again, doing really good. And Paris is a bit of a bummer, but I'm gonna keep it for pride's sake because we want to have Paris in our net. These new airplanes, the two I got today, one is a 900 long-range variant. That one is going to fly to Belgrade. I'm turning the evening connection to this point because there still is 100%, even though that we're flying there 3 times a day with the smaller jet. So I'm going to try this evening one. There is Moscow that we're turning here from the C-Series. And there is, what is this, another Belgrade? Oh yeah, so I turned 2 of the Belgrade ones here. That's interesting. I didn't know. Really? I forget what I do a couple of minutes after I do it. That is, wait, no. Overview and flight schedule. So Belgrade. Should be here somewhere. Yeah, I actually did. Well, good job, me. So it's the afternoon and evening connection will now be flown with a bigger aircraft. So we'll see how that works. I am curious. Well, this one is a brand new connection-wise airplane. We're flying to Simferopol with it and to Turin. I have high hopes for these two routes because Ukraine has been working well for us. Malaga connection is something that you have seen before, but this time we're going to try to hope to make it work with the smaller aircraft. So let's see if that works or not. The Malaga flight actually started to show me a bit of a problem that I was hoping we wouldn't have to deal with so early, and that is the Warsaw slot situation. There's about 30% slots left on the entire airport. I'm quickly exhausting the ones that I am using. The wave that's departing at 12 actually is completely gone now, so I can only maybe fly on these 5 days of the week, and maybe I could get in another one that would fly on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but I'm not sure how that would work. So what I'm probably gonna do is the next aircraft that I get will be departing in these times, and it's gonna go for shorter routes. Shorter, probably Western Europe routes, most likely Germany, where I intend to expand now, instead of Southern Europe or, the longer routes, because we will be short another hour here, so the airplane can have only, well, actually it doesn't even have 4 hours. If it departs here, it's going to have 3 hours, 45 minutes to return, and I'm pretty sure that the situation here is also terrible. So it's actually having like 3 hours. So that limits us to a range of, I would say, about 600 kilometers, maybe 700. So we'll have to be a bit cautious about that. I started moving some of my aircraft to an earlier time because you can see that we own some of these slots. So, for example, Pisa, I think, isn't that long of a flight. We could move it to an earlier one and free up a slot here for a longer range flight. Same thing could be said here. Yeah, we have some Belgrade. Prague could definitely be moved to a later time. Burgas, I don't think so, but we own slots in every time. Okay, actually we don't own one here. About 12:15, yeah, we have a flight here to Stockholm. That one is a bit long. Pisa, Budapest could be moved. So I'm going to have to start jiggling the slots a bit more. But, we're going to focus on some shorter routes now because we need to do that anyway. The evening departures are a bit tricky too, but for some reason the early slots that we are using are completely free. Well, not completely, but there's a number of them still free. And the early morning arrivals are okay, so that's where we're gonna focus. We're doing it pretty well, I would say. So that's the situation in Poland, in Warsaw. This is our current route map. It's actually starting to look pretty good. As I mentioned, we're going east to south to west to east. But as I mentioned now, I'm going to start adding some more flights in the sort of east to west to maybe further west so that it can connect to east again fashion. Number of airports in Germany, as I mentioned, we're flying to Dresden. Oh, I haven't finished that. Yeah. So where is the aircraft? The last one. This is our last aircraft. So we're flying to Simferopol, we're flying to Turin, and we're flying to Malaga. But as we moved some of the flights, Belgrade, to this bigger aircraft, the 900 series, we opened 2 slots for our smaller aircraft. So which routes were that? One is Dresden. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a decent airport. It's actually not that close to us, so it could work. And I think the other one is Cagliari, 1820. Could that be? Yeah, it's Cagliari. So we're flying to Cagliari and Dresden from 14th of March. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works. 11 aircraft is pretty decent. I'm gonna keep adding new ones as we go. But yeah, we're doing well. You can see Ukraine is now completely covered in dots, with the exception of Kiev, where I have a partner who is doing the main connection here. We might try to start servicing some of the markets in the north, the Baltic states, but I'm not entirely sure if we have what it takes. I'd much rather focus on some more airports, the smaller ones in Russia, and then a number of cities in France, Germany, and maybe... Well, we have to get an aircraft that would fly to Vienna, but the smaller aircraft can get there. I think the 700 could, though. I think Vienna, do we have... Airport Vienna is a 9-bar airport, yeah, so the 700 could, or the 700 variant could go there. From some, yeah, it could, can we? Nah, that's not worth it, 105. But there's a high fluctuation of this kind of aircraft on the market. Kind of surprising. I check it every day or every other day, and the situation is just fluctuating all the time. And the 100 are not really... Yeah, there was 16 of these in the morning. I grabbed one. Then there's the 700 we were looking at. Then there's, what is this? The 900 one. That one could actually be good, though. It has like 12 more seats. This one could be... No, it's fairly new. So the 700 is still a better choice for us if we decide to venture that way. Then there's the next generation one, the extended range variant, and then there's a lot of these newly on the market. Any ones of those for interesting price? No, and grab the cheapest one. And this one? Nah, not really. So yeah. Last thing I want to show you guys before we go are the facts and figures, because we can compare it now. It's Saturday, so it's gonna go up a bit tomorrow, and then the week is gonna end. But I still like to point out some interesting things. So we're servicing more than double of the airports than we started with last week. We operated 246 flights so far, and our total revenue is 1.36 million Airlinesim dollars. We had around 222,000 last week. Revenue per flight went up by a massive amount, so it's about 600 more per flight. That's incredible. Revenue per passenger transport we already spoke about. Seats offered, yeah, we offered almost 11,000 seats, and we filled 9,000, which put us to seat load factor of 82.62%, which is incredible because we are managing, despite growing heavily, we more than doubled the amount of serviced airports, and we're still keeping a very high seat load factor. So I'm hopeful that next week we could strike at least a small profit. We'll see. Seat kilometers offered, I spoke about that, yeah, and revenue per passenger went up as well. So that's just great. That is great. Despite this, I don't think we'll turn in a profit this week. Yeah, we have... How much are the salaries that I forgot about some time ago, and you guys reminded me? Wait, commercial... No, it has to be in management. Yeah, personal management. So the salaries here are about 600,000. And I'm not sure if the pilot salaries are included in that, the crew management. Yeah, it doesn't show here. So they're general under the pilots here. Yeah, 104,000. So we need to deduct another 600,000 from this. So right now we would be sitting at, again, around 500,000 loss, which will be a bit of a bummer. But some of these costs will go away. Which ones? So onboard service, all of this will stay here. Leasing installments, airport landing fees. I know some things. Yeah, miscellaneous expenses are going to go away. Is that really all? God damn it. Well, then we're still not very profitable. But even with that, tomorrow that could be... we're going to end up like something around minus 300,000, minus 350,000, which is not all that bad. And remember, we keep adding airplanes, so we're basically hiring more people, but you know, the income is snowballing in front of us. So hopefully this week around minus 35,000 loss. Next week, 0. That's my That's my goal. So I'll have to tweak the prices a bit and see how we do, but I'm really hopeful 0 is achievable here. With the load factors we're having and with the revenue, definitely should work. So here's to hoping.